Hello, welcome to a brand new Flowdio video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about upcoming NFT mints, primarily focusing on Ethereum. I'll be doing this once a week, so if you're watching, thank you for watching. These videos, these projects on the right for you. For me, it's left. I will talk about these. So we have upcoming Seeds, Astro X NFT, Rare Paradise, Renault, and Hoshi Boshi. So I'll get right into it. First of all, we will be talking about Seeds. And Seeds is interesting. It has potential. So not all of these projects are necessarily going to be good. Some of them are more known. Some of them have a lot of followers, but may not necessarily be good or have potential. Now, Seeds, on the other hand, does have potential, and I'll show you the reasons why I think that is so. So Seeds is composed of all 2048 potential seed phrase words, presented in an organized grid. Each of the 15,000 plus letters was hand-drawn by Phrase in Procreate. It's a program, requiring over 200 hours to complete. For every 25 NFTs minted, a one-of-one piece by Phrase will be airdropped to a random holder. For example, if 100 Seeds pieces are minted, 4 different one-of-one pieces will be sent to 4 different holders. But the thing why I think this is interesting is the mint price is 0.07. That is not too much. That's decent. And the thing is that if you're early, you can still be early. Only 200 something has been minted. You have a lot of chance to get one of these one-of-one pieces. And this isn't necessarily a small artist either. They have around 15,000 followers, I think, on Twitter. But the thing is that their announcement of like this mint has been retweeted and or liked by the likes of Zeneca, Xcopy, and also an artist, a little bit lesser known artist called With Hearts. So what I think is interesting is that this is not a whole lot of assets. This is an upcoming artist who spent 200 hours creating this art piece, and it's being backed by much larger artists with a huge following. The thing is, though, the mint closes for me in 5 hours. That is 7:30 CET. So you have to be quick, or you have to buy this on secondary. After maybe you're watching this a day late, and you're like, damn, I just missed this. You can check it out on OpenSea. It should be called Seeds, as you can see on the top right. Seeds by Phrazes, with a Z or Z. So this is interesting. I think this is one of the projects that I think has potential. It's a possible flip, and it doesn't have too much risk, because as you know, with NFTs there's always risk, but in this instance it isn't like an obscene amount of risk. I would rate this probably like a 3 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 in terms of risk. So yeah, that's my advice in regards to this project. So moving on, we have Astro X NFT. As you can see on the bottom, stay away. This is bad. Okay, this is not good. For the reasons being, on the top left, that's the asset. Okay, it doesn't look good. And quite honestly, it looks really, really bad. For the same example, this is their mint button. Okay, their mint button is made in like Word, so that should tell you something. To add on to this drama, the public sale is 0.32 mint, which is like $400 or something at this point, and the pre-sale is 0.065. So the public sale is like 6 times more expensive or something, 5 times more expensive, and that's already a red flag. That's kind of concerning. Like, that's a little bit weird, right? And to add on to that again, their second collection that they're dropping later, their pre-sale was 1 ETH, and the public mint starts at a 3.5 ETH Dutch auction. Okay, this is concerning because look at what you just saw earlier. Does that scream 1 ETH pre-sale and 3.5 ETH Dutch auction to you? If it does, I don't know what to tell you. You're too far gone. But if it does scream, "Hey, that's a little bit weird," then you're good. You're a sensible human being. That's good. Good job. I'm proud of you. Um, so to summarize, I wrote down some notes. I said website looks horrible. Doesn't look like they have like a graphic designer. And very odd phrasing. There's some words and phrases on their website in regards to the mint. For the second project they were going to launch, they wrote, "This collection will have mint procedures." Okay. Interesting. So their second collection will have mint procedures. So that's quite interesting. To add on to that again, for like the fourth time, because it keeps getting worse, their Twitter says their pre-sale has already been live for weeks. Even though they just said it's gonna go live again. So that's a red flag again. The only reason why I'm bringing this up is they had like 20,000 Twitter followers, and I don't know. I'm afraid some people might fall for it. I assume most of them are bots. If you see this, stay away. Would not recommend. 12 out of 10 risk rating for me. Stay safe. So moving on. We have a rare paradise. This one has potential. I looked at the website. They are minting on December 20th, so in 6 days. Website looks okay. There's some things that I don't like about the website. It's not super cohesive. There's the font is a little bit strange, just like minor things. Doesn't look like too sleek. It is quite interactive though, which is something I can appreciate. Their interaction on social media is good. They have like 200 or 300 likes per video, per tweet, and that's important to look at. I think. So part of the reason why I like this upcoming mint, in 6 days, is the mint is 0.009, which is like $30, I think. I don't know. Actually, might even be less, like 13 maybe. I can't do math. Might even be $10. And they're minting on December 20th. I've said this. They have Family Guy-esque art style. It's not like the art style isn't like amazing. They do some like seasonal stuff. So they transform the NFT during Christmas, during Halloween, those types of things, which is pretty cool. The project looks kind of decent from like stuff they offer. They're planning on releasing this type of like meme coin, and using the meme coin you can alter your character's visuals. It's nothing like insanely good or impressive looking, but I think for the interaction that they have on social media, for the art being okay to good, and for the mint being 0.009, I think this is a decent bet. Of course, it's still like a risk. I'd probably still say like a 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10 risk. But if you are feeling playful, if you do feel like minting something, this is a potential play you could make. Has potential. I don't know if I would hold this for the long term. Maybe for the short term flip. But my take is you should probably keep your eyes out for this one. So moving on to Renault. If you don't know, now you know. It's Renault. They're dropping their project. I didn't know. I only just knew when I started doing research for this episode, is that they are dropping their project on tomorrow, to the 15th of December, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. CET. They are launching their whitelist from 6 p.m. CET to 9 p.m. CET with one maximum mint per wallet for the mint price of 100 euros. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It is a relatively cheap mint for Renault. That is good. And they said it's 100 euros equivalent in ETH at the time of mint, which is cool. They're sticking to it. Again, this isn't like an amazing looking project. It looks kind of decent, but as you see by the description down below, not like super down below, but like in this video, in the overlay, it says possible flip, bet on brand. Renault is a large brand, okay? They have money. they don't need more money. Well, they always every company needs more money, but like they don't necessarily like need it to survive, right? Like that Renault isn't gonna like pull this rug on people or like pull the rug underneath people. There's utility tied to it, to these tokens. They're going to it's like going to be like a 5 or 6 different cars you can mint. They look kind of decent, and there's utility tied to it, such as meetups with car designers, visits to the Renault factory. There's test drives, and you can also discover certain car prototypes, which is really cool. And a VIP invitation to Roland Garros, I think it's pronounced. It's like a tennis tournament, I believe. But this all depends on the asset. And I think this has potential. I mean, it's a relatively cheap mint. There's 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. CET whitelist mint for one asset per wallet. So I assume there's going to be some left over for public. There's going to be 1972 NFTs, and then after 9 p.m. CET, it's public mint, where you can mint 5 maximum per wallet. And this is decent. Again, this isn't something I would necessarily hold for long term, but this is something that I would potentially consider minting and then seeing if I can flip this for maybe like a 2x. I don't see this going insane, but I think only because it's Renault, I think this is going to have like maybe like 100 or 200 ETH volume on like the first day, which means there's definitely a lot of like liquidity for you to maybe see if you can flip something. That's just my advice in regards to Renault. I think it's pretty safe, like a one. Oh, my voice died a little bit. Like a 1 or 2 out of 10 risk. Moving on, for the final project on this list, it's Hoshi Boshi, or it's Japanese. I can't pronounce it. I'm not Japanese. I know you would think I am, right? I do have Japanese facial traits. Just kidding, of course. I don't. This is a good one. This is a very, 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 very good one. I get also like a 2 or 1 out of 10 risk. But there's some websites saying they're minting tomorrow or next week. But then when I went to their Discord and Twitter, I couldn't really find any information on this. So I guess take that as you will. But the thing is, their main artist has around 340,000 Twitter followers. And it's a free mint. So that's pretty insane. So what they're doing is they're building out a Web3 VTuber platform. If you don't know what a VTuber is, it is like a person, like a cartoon character, like an anime character, and it's fully animated. And like when you speak, the mouth also the mouth also speaks, basically, right? This is really big because there's a lot of streaming culture. Last 10 years has blown up, right? A lot of people nowadays, when they play a game, when they're chilling, they like to open up a stream and watch like a streamer do their thing, play like a game or just talk or whatever. VTubers is a way for people to do that without necessarily exposing how they look like. A lot of people are uncomfortable with how they look like. I mean, me included, right? But I still do it, you know. So that's like a really big thing. So they are building out this VTuber platform. And the artist is big. The project has gained a lot of traction, and anime characters in general, they tend to do well. We've seen some past projects like Lives of Asuna, I think. They went like ham. They went to like 3 ETH, I think, or 4 ETH or something, and then they died very, very quickly because of like poor choices they made. There's like they already have like an NFT out. It's some sort of like Genesis Pass. My voice died again. I'm talking too much. I'm sick. Okay, I'm sick, so please forgive me. The floor of that is 0.74. And it seems to give more like some advantages, such as like voting in the DAO. They call it like a semi-DAO themselves, whatever that means. But they also mentioned something along the lines of airdrops for those holders. So that gives you some like idea of like the interest in it. So it's definitely possible that this goes to like a 0.3 or 0.4 floor, but still I don't really know when they mint. So I guess this isn't necessarily like a hey, this is gonna mint next week or whatever. This is something you need to have on your radar. If you aren't looking at this right now, you're missing out, I think. So that's the video. that's it. So thank you for watching. Follow our socials on the bottom right. That's my Twitter. That's our company's Twitter and our company's website. Check out our website as well. We have amazing analytics. We have NFT collections all over the place. You can check out all kinds of analytics regarding projects, but also you can check out your portfolio, see how much your NFTs are actually worth. A pretty smart thing is we look at the floor of trades, and we decide per trade what your NFT is actually worth. In some cases, this can really make the difference. If you have a rare trade, you should know. So, thank you for checking out the video. I'll be back next week with the same format, with another mint video, upcoming mint video. So, thank you. I am Dan. I was gonna say I was Dan, but I actually am still Dan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.